Hello, all of you wonderful people out there. Welcome to the It Just Works podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and I am so happy to have you guys here today. How are you all doing? I hope you've been doing great. I hope it's been a good week for you. There's a lot to talk about in this episode. I go over Halo Infinite's official release date, some news on some images they released, Master Chief in Fortnite, Project xCloud, and all of the Game Awards announcements, and even their Game of the Year choice. So there's a lot to talk about, and I hope you guys appreciate the episode. What have you guys been playing this week? I've been playing myself, not that much. I actually didn't play video games that much this week. I played a little bit of Halo. I got to play Cyberpunk. I meant to talk about that in the show itself, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that here. So far, so good with Cyberpunk. I have seen on the internet there's a lot of bugs and glitches, but the world itself is honestly mind blowing, everyone. I think anyone who plays it on a One X, PS4 Pro, or above, PS5, Series X, Series S, PC, the game is outstanding, and I cannot wait to see the future of games. I think there's a lot to look forward to here. I would say CD Projekt Red, in terms of the design of the game itself, really have set the bar high for what next gen titles can really provide, as Night City itself looks outstanding, and I'm really excited to keep playing this game. So far, it's been a lot of fun. I've probably put about a couple hours into it. Nothing crazy yet, but I'm really excited to continue playing it. If you want to hit us up on the show, you can email us at itjustworkspod@gmail.com. That is itjustworkspod@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram and check into our latest polls. I will be putting one up tomorrow, and our handle is It Just Works Podcast. That is It Just Works Podcast. So go ahead and check us out on there. And that's enough talking from me, everybody. So let's cue that intro. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the It Just Works podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and holy shit, is there a lot to talk about. So we're just going to get straight into it. Master Chief is in Fortnite. The leaks were true. It came out tonight with the announcement during the Video Game Awards, hosted by Jeff Keighley, that happen every year. I already decided to play with it a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Oh man, I love it. I love it so much. I'm a sucker for crossovers, everyone, so please understand that. Um, but he looks incredible in the game. It's his Halo Infinite armor. It's the Halo Infinite Pelican and Warthog and even Gravity Hammer. They look incredible. He comes with a legendary emblem backpack as well. If you buy the bundle, and then if you have an Xbox Series S or X, you get a matte black variation of Master Chief for just playing one game. And he comes with an emote where he's on a little mini hog, and I'm pretty sure it's a callback to the meme that came out this year with there's a gentleman made Cursed Halo. It is a mod for Halo Combat Evolved, and he put mini hogs in there, like they look like RC cars, and they go extremely fast. So I'm pretty sure this emote's actually a callback to that, from earlier this year, and I seriously think it's freaking hilarious. I just wanted to say thank you to Epic Games and 343. If any of them hear this, that was such an awesome crossover. And then Blood Gulch comes out tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And there's going to be, you can go into the creation part of the game. I don't know how that works. I'm going to test it out tomorrow, but you can play Capture the Flag on Blood Gulch with your friends. And yeah, I just think it's incredible. Like I said earlier in a past episode, if Fortnite has done anything right, it's to bring people of all age groups together to have fun and just goof around. And it's seriously a good time. And I'm not saying the game can't be taken serious. I obviously haven't, but I'm trying to see a different light. Um, they've done a lot, and their crossovers alone have been outstanding. And I seriously think that alone deserves a ton of recognition. So Huge shout out to Epic Games and 343 for this crossover and all the hard work they put into this because it's so well detailed. I will be posting the clips on Instagram later today. This is being recorded, or later tomorrow. This is being recorded December 10th. I will be releasing them on December 11th. Uh, Honestly, it's kind of a dream come true because I'm watching my clip right now and I'm flying down as Chief in a Pelican. Like you were, I'm technically flying the Pelican for a short moment to land. I think that's incredible. So thank you again to them. More on Halo Infinite real quick before we get into the Game Awards announcements and some awards. I don't even know who won Game of the Year, but I'm assuming it's Ghost of Tsushima as that game is outstanding, or hopefully Jedi Fallen Order since it didn't even get an opportunity last year. So we got more Halo Infinite news. Um, it is officially going to come out in 2021. I think that is terrible, but you know what? Let's just take all the time we can to make this game as good as possible. So many fans have waited years for this. So many new fans are going to be eager to see Halo after they see Master Chief in Fortnite. Um, I believe if they release a beta or a couple flights for multiplayer, maybe Fortnite, Firefight, I think that will get the good graces of the classic fans like myself. Either way, I'm excited for this game. You know, the merchandise has been insane so far, so I'm a sucker for it. But basically, they released a few screenshots to go with it, about 5 screenshots of Spartans, a couple actually in-game screenshots of the multiplayer map. I can confirm the game does look a little bit like Halo 5 and Reach, and then Halo 1 altogether. It just looks really good so far, but the Spartan armor sets so far look insane. The visors, the weapon skins, the armor sets, the armor pieces, all of it all of it looks amazing, and I seriously couldn't be happier to see the future of this game. I think fans are going to be really satisfied with the end result. Joseph Staten is back, as I've said before in a previous episode, and it clearly shows that maybe he'll have some more influence on the game as he's a Halo veteran himself. So, uh, the last bit of news I want to get to that is not Game Awards related, is Project xCloud will be coming to, I believe it's Mac and iOS. It'll be coming out in spring 2021. So I have an iPhone. This is huge news for me as Project xCloud seems to be the real deal, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. I've played with the Xbox Remote Play, as I talked about in my Series S review. It's incredible, but xCloud is even better than that, I would say. And I really can't wait to get my hands on it. It will be a web-based browser. The Apple Store will not allow it to be on there because you can access the Microsoft Store and buy games, and Apple doesn't see any of that revenue, so they will not allow them to make an app. Uh, yeah, so Project xCloud coming out in spring 2021. Keep an eye out for that. That'll be incredible. Um, I'm really, really excited to get my hands on that and just kind of, you know, what do you say? Uh, Really just, you know, I am drawing a blank. My bad, everybody. I'm setting up a restart time for my updates. So I just think, a lot of people are still going to be excited for Project xCloud. If you have Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, you get Project xCloud for free. So be sure to look into that. Besides that, there's a ton of amazing games that are coming day in, day out on Game Pass. So if you don't have Game Pass Ultimate, please look into it. If you don't have an Xbox, with Game Pass Ultimate and Project xCloud, you can play Xbox on your phone. You will no longer need a console, so you can be a PS5 and Xbox all day, or Switch and Xbox. So yeah, that's enough of Xbox news. I'm really, really excited to get into the Game Awards announcements. We're gonna go ahead and just start off. So we're gonna talk about them chronologically. Excuse the chair in the background. Sorry, I'm trying to get adjusted. So the main show starts off with a Smash Brothers Ultimate DLC fighter announcement. I honestly believed because of this Fortnite crossover, we would see Chief in Smash. What better way to continue marketing Halo Infinite and its arrival coming next year than putting him on a Nintendo game as well as Fortnite, which is across all consoles. But that's not the case. So we got Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. He is in there now, so you can have him and Cloud fight, which is still pretty cool. And he will be coming out in December. I want to make a quick note that in my notes on my phone it says Sephora, which is a beauty company or a beauty store. I believe it's a beauty store only. But yeah, I just thought that was funny and I wanted to talk about it. So the initiative is Xbox's Santa Monica studio. Very talented people are over there working hard on a game, and we finally got the announcement. It is actually a Perfect Dark reboot. Looks very different than the Perfect Darks that I played when I was a kid. Extremely excited to see what they do with this. So far, so good. However, it's just a cinematic. The game is still early in development, so I'm excited to see what they do with that. There's honestly a couple of cool announcements this evening. So, Back for Blood was announced by Turtle Rock Studios in partnership with Warner Brothers, and it is literally a spiritual reboot for Left 4 Dead. Uh, Turtle Rock Studios are the people that made Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, and they are now back to make Back for Blood. They don't have the licensing to Left 4 Dead, and Valve doesn't know the number 3. So we got Back for Blood. They even show pre-alpha gameplay, and the game looks incredible. It looks just like Left 4 Dead, and I'm really excited to get my hands on this game and play it. I'm really got a lot of hopes for it. So we'll see how that goes. Uh, it comes out June 22nd, 2020. 2021? I put 2020, but yeah, it's 2021. No wonder why I looked at it weird when I said that earlier. I remember typing it and going, "Oh, that looks kind of fishy." That's because 2020 is almost over, right? Anyways, so they showed gameplay for Scavengers. The closed beta starts December 10th, which is today. Just noticed that too. I don't know how to describe the game, to be honest with you. You scavenge. It's a shooter, multiplayer shooter. I don't know what it is. I mean, it looks fun. I'd go look into it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about it. They did show gameplay. It does look like a lot of fun. Go check it out. I believe it's on Steam, and the closed beta starts now, so give that a shot. Next, they show Hood, Outlaws, and Legends. It's like a Robin Hood era or um, universe type game. Looks like a squad multiplayer game or co-op game, where it's based on stealth and just attacking in unison. Still not much known about it. It's expected to be released next year. The award for best ongoing game went to No Man's Sky, and I gotta hand it to him. The No Man's Sky didn't deliver on a lot of promises when it came out, but they worked very, very hard to deliver on them later on. And I do believe that game deserves the recognition, so congrats to them. I don't know who won Game of the Year, so I should probably look that up. The Callisto Protocol was announced. It is a horror game in space that is expected in 2022. They just show a quick CG trailer, and the creative director did say that he wants it to be the scariest horror game we've ever played. I don't know if that's going to happen, but the game does look very interesting. Kind of Dead Spacey a little bit, but very, very excited to see how that plays out. Next up is Warhammer 40K Dark Tide. So I talked about this in my Xbox Summer Game Showcase in July. They only showed a cinematic trailer back then, but they actually showed gameplay, and it does play a lot like Warhammer Vermintide, which is basically a four-player co-op game. And this one has guns, obviously, and aliens. But it looks really fun mowing down mobs, and this game looks like it'll be extremely fun to play with friends or strangers, just to have some good old co-op fun. BioWare showed Dragon Age, and I put in my notes they showed a cinematic that revealed nothing. I couldn't agree with that. I couldn't agree with that more. I literally gained no knowledge from this this trailer besides the fact that it's in a fantasy universe. Maybe they might have. Oh, sorry about the water bottle. I'm thirsty. They might have showed a character that's from a previous game. I didn't recognize anybody, and I played the first one quite a bit. Played a little bit of the second one, and then a little bit of the third one, which is called I don't know. I forgot the name of it. But anyways, it was kind of in my opinion, it was a useless trailer. Once again, BioWare just showing cinematic trailers. It's just not good, man. Give us gameplay, then maybe cinematics, so we believe what you're doing is real. Anthem and Andromeda just showed that BioWare has lost its way. Excuse me. So next up is the Endless Dungeon. It's a roguelike Diablo game in space, and it's just called Endless Dungeon with endless dungeons. um, it looks fun. Those aren't exactly my type of games. I used to play Gauntlet, Dark Legacy, and Seven Sorrows. It kind of reminds me of those games a little bit. I think those were Diablo-like games. I don't know for sure, but it's a top-down game where you see your character and you take down mobs. So it kind of reminds me of those. Looked fun. Don't have a release date for it. Next up is Crimson Desert from Pearl Abyss, which is a studio based out of South Korea. So congrats to them on being on the big stage. There's a lot of people that watch the Game Awards, so it's definitely a great way to get your game out there and well known. It's a MMO-like game focused on co-op gameplay and progression. I put the world looks stunning and the game itself looks incredible. I can't wait to play it. Seriously, the game looks good. It's definitely a game to keep an eye out for. It looks like a game changer in terms of MMOs. It does look very beautiful. It needs a lot of polish. There's no question about that, but it does look good, and it is planned for a winter 2021 release. So we'll just see how that goes. Best narrative, uh, Last of Us Part 2 won, which I think is utter bullshit. That's just me, but I think Last of Us 2 is trash. I think it's a terrible game. But you know what? People out there clearly love it, so good for them. Congrats to them on their win. But I put in my notes, Last of Us Part 2 won for whatever reason. So someone sounds salty, right? Nintendo showed off some of Bowser's Fury for Super Mario 3D World. That game will be coming out, I believe, in February. Bowser's Fury is an extra expansion. Just looks like a lot more levels and a lot of fun. And then after that, they showed a Warframe crossover with Unreal Tournament. Armor and weapons from Unreal Tournament are making their way onto Warframe, and it looks cool. So we got Call of Duty's Warzone gameplay shown for the new island. I don't know if that's true. I wrote that down because I thought that's what they were going to show, but I'm pretty sure they just showed the cinematic they released a couple days ago. So I don't know. Um, Scavengers Studios announced artsy looking game called Season. It looks interesting, I guess. Laugh out loud, according to myself. I'm sure it will be good. It looks like a kind of looks like a journey game where it's just very artsy and beautiful with a story to still be told. Gal Gadot was on the Game Awards. I don't know why. I was on the phone with my girlfriend at the time, and I really don't know what Gal Gadot said, but I'm pretty sure she introduced Arc 2. So Arc 2 got announced with a massive cinematic trailer showing Vin Diesel and a couple other animated characters. It was a very cool CG trailer. I don't know if they're going for a narrative, like a full-fledged like campaign, and Vin Diesel's character is the one you play as. It looks interesting so far. The T-Rex always looks sweet to see. And then immediately after that, they announced Arc, the animated series, coming out in 2022. It has Vin Diesel in it. It has a ton of major actors, even Russell Crowe, to name a few. Um, just so many freaking actors in this show, so they're definitely working hard on that. And the short trailer they showed actually did look pretty good, so I will give that a shot. Ark was always a cool game. I just never had anyone to play it with. I'm pretty sure you could probably play it by yourself, but I didn't really find that enjoyable. but I know they worked really hard on that game. Odyssey is coming out early in 2021. It's a new space game that was announced. It looks like a space first person shooter or third person. It just looks really nice. I'm excited to see what it is. I was hoping it was Starfield when I saw the trailer, but alas, it was not. So we will see how that goes. And I would say mark that down as a game to keep an eye out for. It does look like it'd be a lot of fun. They showed Outriders gameplay. It looks okay. Outriders is like a Destiny like game, I think. It looks okay. So best multiplayer game of of the year is Among Us. So Among Us won best multiplayer game, and I just think that's awesome. And the developers seem like really nice people, and they seem so humbled to even get the kind of recognition they're getting, and it's very awesome to see because they really deserve it. Games brought a lot of people together during COVID. It's been a really fun game to play. So if you have a phone, you can download Among Us for free and literally just hop in and start being sus. So the next game that was announced was the Evil Dead game. I never watched Evil Dead, but there was a knight in armor there. I don't know what's going on, so I might have to watch the movies. But shout out to Alex; he's a huge Evil Dead fan. Hopefully, this game comes out polished and looking good, so he can play it and enjoy it. There's another game coming out called Ghosts and Goblins. I don't know anything about it. I I literally did not take notes on it. I just talked about it and I guess left nothing to it. I put best fighting game. Oh, best fighting game. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate wins. Huge shout out to NetherRealm Studios. Seriously, Mortal Kombat 11 is just an outstanding game. All the DLC for it's been ridiculous. Rambo's cool. Molina, Rain. Those are the latest characters. Then they did a Mortal Kombat movie pack. It's just stupid. I honestly, in my opinion, if they kept adding DLC to this game, I'd be perfectly fine with it. I don't even think they need to make another Mortal Kombat. Just keep updating this one in textures and graphics, add more campaigns and characters. We're good to go. Levels, they could do it all. So I put Microsoft. Oh, so Microsoft Flight Simulator is coming to Xbox Series X and I believe S, but I'll have to double check. It comes out summer 2021. That's a huge deal. Those games are just massive games with just such a huge fan base. But those games are so good at being simulators that it can truly teach you how to be a pilot. So um, I really really want to get my hands on it. The game looks like fun. So Elder Scrolls Online announced a new expansion tonight with a short CG trailer, and it's called the Gates of Oblivion. I'm hyped. I'm extremely hyped for this. Definitely looks like a reason to go back and play the game. It's coming 2021. And then I put best mobile game. Well, it's not what I put. It's actually what won. Best mobile game of the year was Among Us. So congrats to them again. Then we got a new gameplay trailer for Monster Hunter Rise. They showed cinematics, gameplay, voice acting, polished gameplay, just something that this team's really good at doing is delivering. And seriously, kudos to them. These guys work so hard on these Monster Hunter games, and they're so well polished, and they're not a bunch of bull crap. You get exactly what you see, and we get dates. There's just so straightforward with their information, and I couldn't appreciate them and their hard work. Seriously, they're the best. The game comes out March 26, 21 for the exclusively for the Nintendo Switch, and then a demo will be out in January 2021. So keep an eye out for that. If you played Monster Hunter World but you haven't played a previous Monster Hunter, please go check this game out. If you have a Switch, go buy a Switch for it. This game will be sure to have a ridiculous amount of content. Um, just check it out. Evil West was announced and it is also coming in 2021. It looks like a weird, like, I thought it was a Van Helsing game for the longest time in the trailer, but it looks like a weird, fantastical, like Western game with demons and magic. I don't know what's going on, but the dude looks like a cowboy. And then a new map for Among Us was revealed. It is an airship. It is literally an airship in the sky, and it's kind of got like classic looks to it. And then there's also new mechanics being added, like platforms and ladders. Um, so we'll see how that goes. And that's coming out early 2021. And then after that, we got the reveal trailer finally for Master Chief in Fortnite. And let me tell you, it's pretty sweet. So, um, and he's available right now. If you are listening to this podcast, Master Chief is available across all platforms. You heard me correct. He's on Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation, PC, and the phone. Seriously, grab the character. If you support this crossover, it means there's even more support for Halo and obviously Fortnite, but it'd mean a lot, right? Crossovers are amazing. I'd love to see Halo and other games. So shout out to those guys again. Seriously. As I said earlier, Blood Gulch is also coming to creation maps. They'll be available on 10 a.m. Eastern, and you can play Capture the Flag. Just have some Halo fun on Fortnite. Also announced will be Michonne and Daryl Dixon from Walking Dead. They will be the next bounty hunters coming December 16th, I believe, and they will be available on Fortnite as well. Skyrim is coming to the Game Pass December 15th, and that's a huge deal in my opinion. Skyrim is still one of the biggest games ever made, and if you haven't played it or you want to play it again but didn't pay for the latest version they came out with, you can play it on Game Pass. And then I put Ruin King, a League of Legends story shown off. It looks okay. That's what I put in my notes. I don't know. It doesn't look good. So, it really doesn't look good. Anyways, next up is Keanu Reeves. Yeah, Keanu Reeves, that guy. That guy's awesome. He's the best. He's breathtaking. He's a good dude. He was up for Best Game Direction, and he talked about The Last of Us Part 2 because that game won Best Game Direction. I couldn't disagree with that more, but hey, you know what? I guess that's how it works. Let me, now I'm at the point where I stopped watching the show because I had to go do stuff. I'm pretty sure Ghost of Tsushima won. Let me double check. Sorry, guys. Okay, so the complete winners list. Okay, Game of the Year. Are you kidding me? Okay, so Game of the Year was Last of Us Part 2. I so the nominees for Last of Us or for Game of the for The Last of Us. The nominees for Game of the Year were Last of Us Part 2, Animal Crossing New Horizons, another incredible game that came out this year. I wish I played it. I've never been an Animal Crossing fan, but this new one looked really good. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, and Hades. I just cannot believe Last of Us won, man. Um, I can't get on board with that. Wow, Last of Us won so much. Anyways, if you guys have seen what happens in Last of Us, I just think it's something that is. It's not that they can't make the game they want. It's just it's not how the characters would have gone about their lives. So if you haven't played it, go play it for yourself or look up the cutscenes on the internet. But if you've seen the first game and then you go and see what happens in the second one, you'll understand what happens when a certain climax happens for a character. Anywho, so there's also a bunch of news that came out today for Marvel and Disney and Star Wars, like and Fox. Like they had their investors call and they released all of it to the public afterwards. There is so much to talk about. It's stupid. That's going to be for a different episode. We're going to try to get Eric, the casual gamer, on for that. Um, yeah, so I have a lot planned. Waiting to get tested for COVID. Hopefully, I don't have it. So we'll see what happens. But I appreciate all of you for listening to the show. We did hit 1,500 plays last week, or I think at the beginning of the week with Tuesday's episode. Thank you so much to all of you lovely people out there. We're almost at 40 countries that have listened to the show at least once. I think that's remarkable and a testament to us, continuing to support the show and just make the show. Seriously, thank you everyone from the bottom of my heart. It means the world to me. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And I will talk to you guys on Tuesday.